Hey, Pisces loves and those with Pisces dominance in their chart. Welcome to your reading, your monthly reading for when the sun is in Leo time. If you would like to participate in the question that you submit to get a free card pull for it, look in the description box, and there you can also find a timestamp if you want to jump ahead to the intuitive portion of this reading, as I do start out with the author's interpretations of the cards from the book. So I will be explaining the different positions as we go around this reading. And to start off, we're going to begin with the center card, which is really where your heart can focus through this season, should you feel like living a more heart-centered life. So the message that you have is, do not discount your imagination, for it is through an inspired thought that something beautiful is created. You will soon be inspired by an inner vision. Your imagination is real. It can and will become your reality. If you trust in the power of love, the imagination is a magical and creative force full of endless possibilities. And that is so pertinent to the Pisces. Yeah, that's like our secret weapon that doesn't get enough credit, and especially our Western culture. So I really encourage you to make use of your imagination. All right, now we are going to move over to the card that's on the left in the center. That's representing the first house of Aries. And as we go along, we're going to move counterclockwise until we get to the 12th house of Pisces, just above this card. So you have Uranus this month, and this is a position representing yourself, your identity. Uranus is associated with the primal Greek sky god of the same name. Uranus is associated with the primal Greek sky god of the same name. Uranus brings up some powerful human needs, such as the desire for freedom and individuality, as well as a push toward a larger vision and humanitarian service. Big thoughts, big insights, and big changes are represented by Uranus. We're moving now to the second house of Taurus, and from the Celtic Shaman's book, we have the Lady of the Sacred Earth. This card is it's like precious. It's amazing. A proud white horse paws the earth, from which a fire erupts like a fountain. It is surrounded by a constellation of horse images, while stars sparkle in the sky and the moon casts a cool, clear light over all. The key word of this card is endurance. The Lady of the Sacred Earth expresses all the long-suffering energy of the land, now and for so long past exploited and laid waste. Yet she endures, showing her smiling, fair face again and again, despite the repeated attempts of mankind to despoil and overcome her. She is that from which we all come, and to which we will one day return, our physical selves. She can wait and transform all things. The third house of Gemini, communication sector. Below your mind is the card from the Tantric Dakini Oracle. Below your mind bears the number 40, signifying the completion of a period of intense self-discipline and the arrival of a sudden spiritual release. From the stem of a water pipe, a smoking bowl emerges, out of which the atom bomb explodes in a fiery mushroom. Several layers of red-colored cloud lights are formed and penetrated by the power of the explosion, appearing as a series of ascending veils. At the uppermost level, a human brain is projected, symbolizing a dramatic change of consciousness. Just as the explosion of the atom bomb can change the whole mundane nature of existence, so the splitting of the atom of the psyche can change one's whole field of reference. This card shows the atomic nature of mind stuff in its essence, pointing to the need to break through limits of worldly conditioning in order to achieve transcendence. Pisces are all about achieving transcendence. I almost said ascendance, but that would make sense as well. Okay, so the 4th house of Cancer, this represents family, home, the mother, ancestors, memory. We have from the prophet, the vision of one lends not its wings to another. The astronomer may speak to you of his understanding of space, but he cannot give you his understanding. The musician may sing to you of the rhythm, which is all space, but he cannot give you the ear, which arrests the rhythm, nor the voice that echoes it. And he who is versed in the science of numbers can tell of the regions of weight and measure, but he cannot conduct you thither. For the vision of one man lends not its wings to another man. And even as each one of you stands alone in God's knowledge, so must each one of you be alone in his knowledge of God and in his understanding of the earth. This is truly one of the most powerful images from this deck. It's like I would liken it to a William Blake image as well. So moving on to the 5th house of Leo from the Egyptian themed deck, I have Nekbat Mother Mut, the alchemist, the wisdom keeper, the grandmother. She is the most revered and ancient grand dame of Egypt. She is the wise old crone and honored elder of the pantheon of Neteru, and comes to us in this work as a blend of 2 vulture goddesses, Mut and Nekabet. As with all Neteru, she must be approached with respect if you wish to gain permission to enter into these sacred mysteries. It is unwise to trifle with this goddess, for she is a disciplined taskmaster who assists the initiate in making the decision to engage fully with the process of transformation. Once you've committed to moving forward, her loving, watchful eye is always upon you to ensure safe passage through the portals of shamanic initiation that must be crossed during all transitions in life. Nekabet Mother Mut is the wise magician crone, the alchemist, who weaves and blends the ingredients required to prepare the way for you so that you can be informed, a strong guide and protector. She is also the one who holds the keys to your DNA memory of how to enter the mysteries. If you pulled this card, you are being alchemically activated by the sacred elders, the wisdom keepers, so that you can begin to remember as you embark on a journey to reclaim your true self. Also in the external world, a grandmother or some other elder or teacher may show up in your life to guide you. This could come in the form of a two-legged human, or it could be a tree, or in an old growth forest, one of the stone people, or an animal totem. They are all our elder brothers and sisters. Honor your guides with all your heart. And that was in your house where you really present your sense of personal will, your power, your authenticity to just be yourself in the public sphere and to take ownership of your behaviors there. So the 6th house is next. It's the house of Virgo. And from the Enchanted Spell Oracle, you have love, relationships, connection, possibilities. The appearance of the love card suggests an important new relationship is about to change your life for the better. It could be a romantic relationship, a business relationship, or the blossoming of a friendship. Keep your heart open to new possibilities. And that was in your sector of daily activities, your routine. So moving on to the 7th house of Libra. This is about relationships and balance. From the Goddess Power deck, you have Metis, wisdom. Experience woven together with knowledge creates a beautiful thing, wisdom. Its parts are entwined like finely made rope that is so strong it can't be cut. Wisdom once earned becomes an essential part of you. Right now, the Greek goddess of wisdom, Metis, says you know exactly what to do in your current circumstances. The real question is, do you have the courage and commitment to make a wise choice? Your answer is not to hide. You are being invited to look within rather than without. Take the wisdom you already have and apply it to your question. Perhaps, however, you must instead draw forth the humility to find someone wiser to weigh in. In this powerful time, others may seek you out for your wisdom. There is also an auspicious period when new relationships are founded on deep truths shared with others. You are entering a potent period of your life to share all that you are and all that you have learned. Extraordinary things are possible when the goddess Metis reminds you of your wisdom and the need to express it. Now we are moving to the 8th house of Scorpio. From the Mystical Shaman Oracle, you have the Medicine Wheel. This is the house of things that can be hidden, what's in the subconscious, what's mysterious, what's very deep. The Medicine Wheel is a sacred hoop with the 4 cardinal directions well marked. It represents the cycle of life, the cycles of nature, and the circular pattern of our cosmos. It has been used for millennia in indigenous cultures to bring harmony and well-being to the village. Its directions symbolize the 4 steps the shaman takes to become a person of power and wisdom. To manifest clear blue skies in your life, it is important that you take a look at certain aspects of your being. Enter the medicine wheel from the south and reflect on how you are still clinging to events from the past. Continue to the west and notice Which relationships are toxic and drain your energy? Step into the north and ask yourself, do I know my passion? And show it. And at the east direction, visualizing how you want to live the next chapter of your life. It is up to you how much time you spend in each direction, minutes, days, or months. But when you are done, make sure to step outside the wheel and contemplate your journey. Okay, my darlings, we are moving now to the 9th house of Sagittarius. Such a soft spot for Sagittarians. And from a yogic path, you have Shiva. So this is the house of things that are foreign to you and of higher learning, higher knowledge. Shiva, god of destruction and rebirth. You are truly on a yogic path. Shiva is referred to as Adiyogi, the first yogi ever. He attained enlightenment and abandoned himself in an ecstatic dance atop the Himalayas. When his ecstasy went beyond movement, he became utterly still. People could not understand his switch between ecstatic movement and stillness, and thought him mad. However, 7 students wanted to learn how he was moving past physical limitations. This is how he began teaching yoga. Shiva planted the seed of yoga into the human mind. Pulling Shiva represents moving past the limitations from your society, body, mind, or ego. It represents doing the inner work to evolve. It is also a call to service, to teach others your wisdom so they can become liberated. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely getting nudges here towards like sharing wisdom, of being the wise one, have coming to like a place where you're ready to give of your knowledge. Okay, so the 10th house of Capricorn, this is sort of the pinnacle of what you offer in society. It could be your career, it's your reputation. And from the Heart Path Oracle cards, you have process of attunement, maintaining balance and grace. This card is all about love, connections, and waking up to your true identity. Giraffes have the unique ability to live on Earth and link with the heavens. Their long necks soar into the sky, while their long legs stay balanced on the ground. No matter what you do for a living, always stay connected to your higher self. It is your best friend, like the tree branches that spell love. Love is woven into all aspects of your life. You might have to search for it in places you wouldn't normally expect to discover it, but it is there. It may seem dark now, but a new day is dawning right next to you. Giraffe's message is to strive through the challenges while maintaining balance and grace. Tucked in the background behind Giraffe is a road coming out of a tunnel. Follow the path into the unknown. Think of what new projects, ideas, or philosophies are taking form at the present time. Give them love and attention, and they will surely grow and mature. Meditate and let ideas emerge from your unconscious. They have been buried deep inside you, and it is time to expose them to daylight. Your pulsar wants you to be conscious of the fact that you are a beacon for others to follow. Like a magnet, your bright light attracts and activates all who see you. You have a lot to offer others, but be careful not to spin your wheels too fast without checking in with your heart first. Your heart is your seatbelt. keeping you safe as you move forward on your life's journey. The affirmation for this card is, I feel love, I see love, I am love. Which brings me back to your 6th house, which is your daily routine where you have the love card. So you may be really falling in love with something here on a daily basis, something that's becoming part of the structure of your life. And I know you need that. So we are now at the 11th house of Aquarius, and from the Sacred Geometry deck, we have Luna and the Volcano. Expect change. This is a house that is it kind of holds like this contradictory element where it represents you as a sacred rebel in a sense, but also your ability to serve humanity for just causes. So pictured on this card, geometric seeds of light reflect across quiet waters from the light of the full moon. A triangle of fire accents the pyramidal form of the volcanic cone and speaks to the energetic potential held dormant therein. This quiet scene represents the ever-present potential for unexpected eruptions and suggests you take a position of calm readiness for whatever surprises life has to offer. Just when you think you have circumstances under control, the universe may offer you a lesson of change. Look at these surprises and their attendant challenges as gifts. You have the freedom to choose how you handle unexpected events. Cultivate an attitude of flexibility and a sense of adventure so that you will be able to see whatever life offers as an opportunity for growth rather than a problem to be solved. One of the greatest joys in life will become seeing the unexpected occurrences each day provides as pieces of your personal heroic journey. Enjoy the quiet moments between change. Breathe deeply. Store the resources of your calm, peaceful center, and be ready for anything. And then the 12th house of Pisces, a house for me of spirituality, transcendence, the conscious collective, and the complete lack of boundaries. We'll throw that in there this week. So from the White Light Oracle, you will have magnetism of Eros. The magnetism of Eros is our soul's fascination with that which appears different and calls us at a deep level. This soul deep attraction inspires us to remain open, be passionate and willing to engage with life, other people, and new vitalizing pathways and practices that inspire us. Again, I feel like we're dealing with this message of like what we really love here. It keeps us moving in our authentic life path, living by the call of the heart. This oracle indicates that your heart is being called to a particular path or way in life. It may not make logical sense, but to honor the call of the heart is to honor the needs of the soul. The call of the heart can lead you into unknown and intriguing territory. It can feel liberating, but also unsettling as you let go of known worlds and reach for the unfamiliar. Following such a path will bring a fresh influx of energy and expand your understanding of yourself, your life path, and your higher purpose. It is meant to be. Wow. Okay. This oracle indicates a path is opening up for you. It may not be the easiest way forward, but when your heart leaps at the prospect of it, know something truly special is unfolding for you through that pathway. Trust where your heart is leading you. All right, Pisces, let's dive into this intuitive part of the reading here. I have no idea what's going to come out, which is the fun of this. So I just sort of jump in and go with it. I feel very strongly like you are like you understand who you are in your heart space, and you're wearing that freely, in balance, in a way that is not completely childlike, but has sort of a flair of a feel of like adolescence, of being 16 again. The vibrancy, the vitality, the life force of what it is to be wide-eyed and full of wonder and acting on that, and just in the moment and feeling your way purely through life and listening, feeling so in tune with what you're hearing as in relation to what you truly feel is your purpose in that moment, and there's not this fear of what's behind you and what's in front of you. You're just purely living right here, right now. When I look to your identity during this time, there is something that feels like you're kind of rocketing yourself through technology. You might be using a lot of resources right now that are building you up intellectually, that are helping you just project very quickly towards something. And you are not scrambling or fearful or worried in this energy. You are in sync with this development, and it is part of you. You are part of it. You're just fully on board, and it's almost taking you to another world. It's absolutely incredible. I just love that. Okay, and then your house of value, it seems like you're definitely stepping into your passion from a place of purity and something that feels like it's going to extend through the seasons and really grow through the seasons for you. It could have a seasonal element to it, something that kind of shifts through the different seasons, but it's got you lit up, and it's affecting your environment in the same way, and it's as if it's like transforming your whole existence into more of a magical world. And you're enjoying, even if you're working long hours, you like being up late, you feel inspired, you like to be up early, you feel inspired. Like whatever is going on that you value right now makes you feel like living. In your communications sector, I am definitely seeing with a literal like blow your mind thing here. There's a lot of mental activity going on, and it's definitely peaking for you. It's as if it wants to burst into a new reality. And I'm getting that there's like layers and layers to what you're doing. Something really, really deep, at like the deepest part of yourself, is coming through these layers and wants to integrate with your mind. It wants to permeate your thoughts, and it's full of life force and of empowerment. It's so strong, And it's coming out of a space that feels very void and dark, and maybe things have been kept dormant for a while. So this is like a massive, massive push of energy through many, many layers. Layers that could have even felt like you were passionate about those. Like it's pushing through everything that is blocking it right now to become known, to become integrated, to become part of who you are. There is something really profound going on in your home space and everything that this fourth house represents. It's as if you're saying, I see, I understand, I see in a way, not only with my vision, but with my body, like with my physical self, with my visceral self. I lead through all my senses. They're all in attunement with me, and they're all ways for me to perceive what's going on. And there's a sense of a great vortex around you of angelic energy, I want to say, that is protecting you as you are kind of emerging or claiming your sensitivity again, let's say. And there are things that may be in other realms surrounding these protective energies that are lifting you, that are there, but it's like they're kept away from you. There's a boundary between anything that's kind of unnecessary in any realm, so that you can really be focused in this dimension where we have senses, but knowing how to activate them from a higher place, and maybe with the assistance of higher protective energies. When I see into how you're presenting yourself and in your empowerment and your authority, you are not shy, and you're not shy to own that you've been through a lot, and that you're not afraid to deal with the details that are uncomfortable, and you'll clear things out to make way for new life. And this is a really grand energy to be in, because you're doing it to protect life itself. You understand that some things need to be sort of digested and transformed into just energy, so that new things can cycle through. And you're understanding the power of this process, so that there's no stagnancy, there's no wallowing in misery and the grime of life, that everything can be used for its transformative energy on some level. And that is a very accelerated, very wise place to be acting from. I see that you are joining forces of your male and female aspects. You understand fully how to bring those together to build something that is both sort of ancient and protected, and maybe conceals like deeper things about life, but the foundation that it's all coming from is love. And that is so spectacular. And you're really growing, rooting in love, and protecting it with male energy and this sort of ancient female, like goddess energy, what it means to be a female of the ancient kind, not so much the modern interpretation of this. That these two forces coming together can really grow something, and it may involve, the flowering of many people will be involved with it, like the flowering of many individuals. Wow. In your relationships and harmony sector, I see that you're focused, that you want to bring a lot of powerful energy to your environment that is a mix of your own personal power from your own wisdom and also some passion and just very enlightened frequencies that you have cultivated to be in your aura. There is a very, very well developed, if not overdeveloped, sense of insight, wisdom, the majestic things that come from really studying and knowing things so well that, it's like you've reached such a heightened state of being able to glorify anything in the higher realms and wear it in a way that's big, that has a kind of a larger than life presence, and yet it's not intimidating. It's not over the top. It's still just kind of an awesome sight to see, and you're not in an ego state about this. It's just kind of like, it's almost like how a lion could present itself in nature. You just have a natural state of accelerated bounty of things that you've been harvesting that are lifting your consciousness and can affect other people's as well. Now, looking here into more of the subconscious realm, what I like about this is that nothing seems really hidden. Like there is a good understanding of what's going on here. Like it's a space that you don't fear. It's a space that you see as a tool and very resourceful for you. And it's kind of multifaceted. There's many aspects of it that can aid you and increase your understanding of your reality. And it's a very symbolic space for you. Like you understand that going here and working in this realm feeds you in a way that's not as like literal and direct as, going to a book that is about psychology or something. Like this is a space that you in a way have mastered for what it can give to you. That's pretty amazing. Okay, so your 9th house of higher wisdom and things that could be foreign. You seem to be really like really on it. Like you are enjoying the interplay of masculine and feminine. You could be, again, I'm getting a theme of like you could be working day and night. Like you are in it to win it type of vibe. Like you are nonstop. You're enjoying something so much that you're probably studying of a higher mind. And it's like you're really engaged with it. You're really, indulging it a lot. There could be a lot of information in the same sector, or you're dealing with a lot of things at the same time. But you're definitely, in this indulgence of a lot of information and wisdom probably coming through. And some of it's quite ancient. There are people before you that you're learning from that are masters, and you are accepting them so that you can, in a way, become free and through your passions energized and really be activated by this process. It makes you feel alive. Now, in your house where you experience your reputation and sort of your greatest acts in the public of mastery, there is a sense that you bring yourself and that you bring a resolved shadow aspect of yourself that is almost like it's not even a shadow. It brings me back to the medicine wheel card. Like it is, this shadow has become almost stronger than your own self. Like you understand that its presence serves you in a way that brings you so much enlightenment and freedom in thought, and it just complements you. It brings another dimension to your life that you're not afraid of. And this could be taking you to places that you feel help enlighten you. It helps you travel, like you're doing that right now, maybe through your career. You're definitely doing something that has you feeling sparked in your higher perception of other dimensions. You feel probably in tune with, to a certain degree, but not overwhelmingly so, with cosmic things and the sense of working through the cycles of, again, like of time. Like you may just be working a lot this month and really, day by day, like every phase of the moon, like you're engaged in something. And I see that it's really branching out, like whatever you're building there's a profound amount of growth that's going on here. And it feels, again, kind of connected from your heart space, like the card in the 6th house of love. Like there's all this like loving growth, and there's even a hint of the infinite here, of like this could be something that becomes very permanent for you. And it's definitely freeing you, or at least beginning to free you. And you seem like you want to embrace that. You want this to last a long time. Like that is part of what you enjoy about this. So that's also, I think, very, very profound to see. So your 12th house, where I look for kind of your individuality, yet your ability to serve the collective. You're definitely in a space where your heart is bringing you to, your heart's connecting to the divine, basically. You're able to get to your greatest spiritual source through this heart connection. They're in alignment for sure. And your heart is becoming foundational, not only in its ability to hold a lot of passion, but it's also helping really ground these enlightened energies and bring them into a place that's not only like in the earth, but in the emotional realm. It's very nurturing emotionally. And there's this reflection between the spiritual and your insight and your emotional self too, that is really a beautiful interplay. Yeah, it's like you're centered and really just aligned in very strong, insightful energy. That's really amazing. And then we have this last card, which is also referencing love. And this would be in your house of spirituality and kind of the great beyond, like everything that exceeds your own sense of self. I feel when I look at this that you're falling in love with yourself, in that you know how to adore both the feminine and the masculine aspects of yourself, and you know that there's sort of a spiral of creation that extends out of this devotion of male to female, female to male, connection there, and that when those energies combine, there are infinite possibilities, and they are birthed from that source of passion that I'm seeing a lot in here, lots of passion. It's a passion, though, of like it's not necessarily so much romantic, although maybe it could be for you, but of life, of who you are, of, passion for yourself, passion for your purpose. And again, this card is speaking about sort of an internal thing here, that this has come from something that has been working through your life. Like it is an initial passion that has been growing and growing and getting bigger and bigger throughout your lifetime, to where it's coming into full expression right now. It's becoming more than just a general passion. It's becoming more articulated. It's growing a more profound voice. It's becoming more integrated into your physical realm. So it's now leaving the realm of just energy and becoming part of your physical existence. It's becoming manifest. And I don't even know. I'm ending the reading there. That was fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you have an amazing month. And so blessed to do this reading for you. Sending you my love. And take care, you guys.